And we're back at it. This is part 2 of episode 1. This is the introduction of the co-host Nelson Haskin. And the rest of this part, we're going to get into more personal stuff. We're going to talk about his plans after he leaves Columbus State. We talk about movies and shows that he watched. We have a nice little anime discussion. Talk about some music that he's getting into. Talk about his plans with this podcast and why we came together. And overall, it's a nice little conversation between us. Thank you for tuning back in for part 2. Make sure that you listen all the way through, and make sure at the end that you subscribe to us, recommend us to a friend, follow us on social media, and share us on there, tag us on there. Tune back in. Thanks for listening.
Currently at Columbus State, man. Says a major communication. So what's your plans after college ball, man? Like, what do you plan on doing?
I plan on, everybody has their plan of playing professional basketball once they leave. But the degree I'm searching for right now, I would not mind working in this field in some type of way. Like I wouldn't mind, being or I guess I should say speaking publicly and things like that. I wouldn't mind making this a career out of mine, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so, but I think we all want to, everybody playing on this level pretty much, well, most people playing on this level, I should say, would prefer to go play professional basketball overseas or in the G League, whatever it takes to still be playing for as long as possible.
Yeah.
So
with public speaking, like, what do you want to do specifically? Like, what within it?
I wouldn't mind being the spokesperson for a company, or working to build campaign plans and things like that, and or working in something like this, like video production, being a person in front of the camera or promoting certain things. I find things like that pretty interesting. And like you said earlier, I'm an extroverted type of person. I'm good with people. I'm good at talking to people, good at developing those kind of relationships. And so I wouldn't mind making this my life. You know what I'm saying? So I guess I might could have took some video production classes to kind of help you out with this more. But, it is what it is. I'll figure it out on the fly.
So some level of marketing or spokesperson type of, marketing level.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I like that, man, because like I'm not one of the people that say you have to have. I don't like calling it a backup plan. Like I hate the idea of telling players, or most people have a backup plan. I really disagree with that, because they're saying plan A cannot work or possibly won't work, so you need to have something in case it doesn't work. I'm not a fan of saying that for people's dreams and ideas. I like telling you to be layered. So, of course, do basketball, do acting, do music, whatever, to have more things to you besides that. And not like to say it's a backup plan, but you need to have things to escape from basketball. You want to have more things to your life besides just basketball.
Exactly.
So that's why I say I like to tell people to be layered rather than have a backup plan, because that's disrespectful, man, to have a backup plan, man. Like that's basically like, man,
it might not work out.
Exactly. So I'm pretty sure growing up, people weren't telling LeBron, hey man, LeBron, you might want to have a backup plan just in case, because you might not make it, bro. Like everybody was like, oh, LeBron, you going to the league. Like people were so confident in him going to the league that I'm pretty sure he's never been told you should have a backup plan. So why tell somebody else, just because I'm not LeBron doesn't mean I should have a quote unquote backup plan?
I have a funny story like that, because my senior year, I talked to this guy who was a grade below me. I asked him, he played basketball too. I asked him, if basketball doesn't work out, what you want to do? What you plan on doing? And he was like, I don't know, man. Guess I just go to school, something like that. Guess I just go to school to do something. And I was like, oh, okay. I mean, as long as you figure it out. Then he splits on me, he says, so basketball don't work out, what you gonna do? I said, oh, basketball gonna work out. So I'm not too concerned. And
Yeah.
everybody else started laughing. And then it was like, man, why you did it like that? I was like, what you mean? Like, I asked him a question, he answered it. He asked me a question, I answered it. Like, we
Yeah.
had two different mentalities. And so I don't say that to be mean, but you know, he doesn't play basketball anymore. So we not to say, you know, you should not have a backup plan. I just think people should know what they want to do with their life. Even if you know you're gonna play basketball at some point for a certain amount of years. Don't just go pro, play basketball, retire, and then be like, oh man, I don't know what to do. This is all I ever done.
Yeah.
You have other things you're interested in, or have avenues to still make money for yourself, or something like that. You know how to keep living past the game.
Yeah. And that's why I tell people to be layered. Like, even like, okay, right now with basketball, right? Basketball was just taken away from the world for at least 3 months, 3 or 4, probably more months, if I can really remember. So it's like during that time, yes, you should train everything, but you can't wake up, train all day, and go back to sleep. Like that's literally impossible and terrible idea for your body. So it's like, okay, you train, now what? You're gonna sit here and watch basketball film all day? You're gonna play 2K all day? Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's very tough to
Right.
do for you to be strictly one track minded. So like, be layered, like have things to do. Like at some point you're gonna drive yourself insane only thinking basketball because you're limiting your mind. You're not even activating all your brain. So it's just like, have something else to do. Like have other interests along with basketball. So
Exactly. That's why I think Magic Johnson did his career perfectly. Magic Johnson and Shaquille O'Neal are two players every athlete on the pro level should idolize in my mind. Magic Johnson said, I remember in his in that 30 for 30 they did on him and Larry Bird, he said, I knew since I was a kid I wanted to play basketball, I wanted to go to the NBA and make a bunch of money, win championships. That I wanted to retire and become a businessman.
mm-hmm.
And he did it exactly as he said it.
Yep.
Became a basketball player, went to the NBA, won championships, great career, top 5, arguably top 5 all time, everything. One of the most illustrious careers you could ask for.
Yep.
Retires and lives past the game. Like he knows how to keep living. He's owns businesses, partial owner of the Dodgers, partial owner of the LA Sparks, owns all these movie theaters, things like that. He's parlayed basketball into something bigger that'll live on past what he did as a basketball player.
Yep.
Like, of course, we will remember everything Magic Johnson did as a basketball player forever. But when one day all those records gonna be broken, somebody else gonna have those championships. We'll remember him, but it'll just one day that's gonna fade away. But his businesses and his legacy gonna live on through more than just basketball. And so that's what every basketball player or every athlete, period, should strive to do. Once you make it to that pro level, make your own money. Parlay that money into something that'll live past that. Because your career gonna end someday, no matter how bad we want to play forever.
Yeah. So speaking on that, man, what are some of your interests and stuff outside of basketball, man? What else you like to get into? I know you say you're a gamer, but like, what else goes on for Nelson?
Not much, man. I'm a pretty chill person. I love to be around people and things like that. But when I'm not playing basketball, it's kind of just the game. I watch a lot of YouTube, things like that. But when I'm not working on my craft, I kind of just like to chill with my friends or just play the game or just I'm into anime too. So if people want to ever suggest animes to me, I'm always open to that. Yeah. I know everybody ain't into that, but I'm an anime kind of guy. I tell people all the time, like, man, I'm really a nerd that play basketball. I'm a nerd, but the Lord gave me a little athleticism and some height.
Yeah.
So if I was born short and not as athletic, I would be a nerd, probably getting bullied. So just the Lord saw fit for me to do other things. So that's pretty much it though, man. When I'm not working out or like when I'm not working on my craft, lifting weights, things like that, in the room playing the game or just hanging out with friends. So I'm not really get out and do everything and be everywhere type of person. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been at this school all year and this place is in Columbus I still ain't been to, and parts of town I still ain't seen. So I just gotta be chilling, you know.
So what's some of your favorite anime, man? Give me your top. Let's go top 3 anime.
Top 3. Number 1 definitely Dragon Ball Z for me. I'm a Dragon Ball Z kid. Grew up on that first anime like everybody else, mostly in America, or one of your first animes for most kids in America. So I'm a Dragon Ball Z kid. Still love it. Still watch it. Number 2 is Naruto. I hate to be like that generic with it, you know, but Dragon Ball Z Naruto top 2 for me. Still love it. Best storyline out there. And number 3 right now would probably be My Hero Academia. I love that right now. That's big. You can see by the like people that are really big in the anime, they can see from my 3 that like what kind of animes I'm into. So y'all, you know, shoot me some suggestions, put it in the comments, whatever you want to do. Just, you know, suggest some animes of that type to me. Right now I'm watching Attack on Titan, and I'm trying to get caught up with the actual episodes as they coming out.
Yeah.
But I ain't gonna lie, it's nothing like the ones I usually watch. You know, like I'm a Dragon Ball Z kind of guy for people fighting guys. You know, people, it's more about fighting in those places. I mean, those animes that I name. And then in this anime, it's so much about storyline and people dying. It's like a real thing. Like, man, people might die. People die in every episode. I'd be kind of sad. I was like, man, it's not what I'm used to, man.
I tried to get Attack on Titan, man. It took me a minute to like really sit down and like get into it. And it's like I really didn't get that deep into it. I probably got 3 or 4 episodes deep. And it's just like it wasn't like I'm saying with you, Naruto, My Hero. And it's like I had to take a break from it, man. And I kept seeing people talk about it so highly. So like I'm gonna get back into it. Like right now, I'm trying to finish One Piece.
Well, you a soldier. You a soldier trying to finish One Piece. I can't do it.
It's good though, man. Like it's a little, it has its lows and stuff, but overall it's good, man. It's like it's nice to see like story developing and everything, because it's very interesting to see how this like the character like Luffy, how he's developing a little bit. It's not as good as Naruto with development, but it's like it's good to where it's like it keeps you intrigued enough to keep watching, even though it has this, you know, kind of boring points to it, man. Like it's not as good as that, but it's a good storyline and stuff, man. So I'm trying to get through it. I'm like on season 4 or 5, I think, right now, man. Like it's good though, man. Like, but it's like 1,000 episodes, bro. Like
exactly. Yeah, you got it, man. That's all you. I'm totally cool missing out on one of the bigger animes. Like I'm totally cool. I'm never gonna watch no 1,000 episodes of nothing.
But it's the thing, man. Like once I get into something, it's hard for me. I don't like giving up on something like that. So I already understood going into it. It's gonna take me probably a year to really get through this anime. So I'm perfectly fine with that. And once I get into it, I don't like hopping around different shows and stuff. So like I'm gonna sit here and watch from beginning to end for the most part that whole thing. So I'm not gonna start One Piece and then go start Naruto and then come back. I don't like doing back and forth. I'd rather go through the whole storyline, finish it out, and then start something else new. So it's like it's tough for me to like jump around like that. I can do movies in between the shows. Like I stopped watching One Piece for a week because I'm watching movies, and I come back to One Piece later. I can do that, but like hopping from show to show, I can't do that. So whenever I finish One Piece, probably 2030, when I finish all these episodes, but whenever I do, I'm gonna try to get back on Attack on Titan. Give me your top 3. Not say that. Let me get your. I don't say this. If you had to pick anime to describe you, or characters from different shows or the same show to describe you. Yeah, I got you with that one.
That's an interesting question.
What would you pick, man?
So an anime character that describes me, huh?
You can pick multiple ones or just one.
All right, so I think I'm a little bit of a mix of a Naruto and a Shikamaru. Like I think I'm a mix of them two. So like the people who watch Naruto know what I'm talking about. So
hey, before you go, we probably just lost at least half the people like we have.
No, hey, but the people who know, they know. You know, they gonna rock with us over there.
We appreciate y'all tuning in for this anime fan.
The anime segment. the people who know, they know, man. They'll rock with it.
Yeah, it's all good.
So I think I'm pretty much of a mix of Naruto and the Shikamaru, like that Naruto's determination and the need to be great, the need to prove people wrong. I understand all that. I really relate to that. I think a lot of younger kids related to Naruto when they were first watching it.
Yeah.
And also, but I say a mix of Shikamaru because of that laziness, that lazy side of me, but also intelligence part of it. Like I'm lazy, but I'm gonna get the job done. Type, thoughts.
Yeah.
So I really relate to. I think a mix of them would probably describe me the best. Just the determination, but I still got that lazy streak in me. But I'm gonna be smart about it, and I'm gonna get my work done. But I think that's probably described me perfectly.
All right, so let's go your top three. Your top three or favorite three characters from anime overall.
Characters. My top three favorite characters. Okay. Goku gotta be number one. Just out of the nostalgia part of me. Love Goku. I guess you would say I'm a Goku fanboy. I have some people that tell me that sometimes. I gotta go with my boy first. So second, this is an interesting question. I never thought about it really. Second, I'm gonna have to go probably Piccolo from Dragon Ball Z. Love Piccolo. That's my guy. We consider him to be black, even if he's green. We consider him to be black. So that's my guy there.
Yep.
And third favorite character, probably gotta go with my guy Jiraiya from Naruto. That's probably my third favorite all time.
I thought you would have threw Naruto in there, man. That's
I
surprising.
thought about it. I love Naruto to death, but man, just something about Jiraiya, man. That's my guy. When he died, boy, I was so sad. Spoiler alert. I'm sorry for people who might have been watching Naruto or catching up on it or whatever, but it's been out for a while, so you should have known by now. But Jiraiya always been my guy, man. Raised Naruto, basically. And he trained Naruto's dad and him. So he just goated in that way. Yeah. And then, the way he died was just legendary and stuff like that.
That was tough, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
It's tough, but anybody that's a real fan of Naruto, when they know when Jiraiya died, we was tears, boy. Tears. It was sad.
I ain't expect him to die, man. Like, cause a couple times they had certain people die and stuff. I was like, he coming back some kind of way. Like, they're not gonna just let Jiraiya just die.
No way.
He gonna come back some kind. They gonna figure out some type of thing. Especially, I ain't gonna spoil nothing, but later on, when certain events happen with Kabuto and everything, I thought he gonna come up that way.
Right.
But on the other side of it, I ain't trying to spoil nothing like you just did.
We here. I'm with you.
So I thought he gonna come up on the other side of it, and I'm helping Naruto again, but they kind of let me down and hurt me a little bit, man. But,
yeah, I feel you, bro. I remember RDC World.
Yeah.
With Mark Phillips and them. They did a video like that where he was like, one of your favorite anime characters about to die. And they used that scene where Jiraiya dies in that fight. And and Mark is like, somebody finna come save him. Naruto, somebody finna show up. They finna save him. Ain't no way he finna die.
Yeah.
And then he gets stabbed or he got hit in the throat.
Yeah.
And he coughs up blood and stuff, and he like, no way, bro. There's no way he's gonna die right here, man. Y'all stop playing, man.
Yep.
And then he really did die. He cut the whole show off and everything. He said, no, so ain't no way my boy dead right now. And that's really exactly what it was like. It was like, no, man, somebody gonna save him. Yep. You just, animes be good for that though. Like, somebody gonna come save him. Somebody gonna show up.
Yep.
Ooh, it hurt me, boy. It hurt me.
That's probably the one loss that really, they probably got most fans. Like, if you really a fan of that show, that's probably the one that really hit you the hardest. But that one was tough, man.
Say it all over again.
I was just gonna say that, man. I'm crying again, bro.
Sad, boy.
Oh man. All right, so we lost a couple of fans. Let's get a couple back, man. Let's go superheroes, man. your favorite 3 to 5 superheroes all time.
Superheroes, probably say I'm a Spider-Man kind of guy. I love Spider-Man. Just like his character, stuff like that. I think I'm big on the funny, man. If you could be funny while doing what you do, you already got a fan in me. I'm big on that. So Spider-Man number one probably, and then I'll go Black Panther for the culture.
For the culture, got to.
Yeah, R.I.P. Chadwick Boseman, man. For the culture, gotta go Black Panther. Then I say Captain America. Love Captain America to death. Then probably go Batman. I love Batman I love Batman for the movies more than anything. Like Dark Knight Rises and Batman Begins. Those are great movies.
Mm-hmm.
And so Batman in there. And then probably go Iron Man after that, just after the last Avengers movies. But like for anybody who ain't seen it, go see it.
Yo, I just finished watching all the Marvel movies in order and everything. And I just finished Endgame today.
Really?
Yes, bro. Like,
man, I'm glad you did, so we can relate on this then.
I already seen it, but I wanted to go back and watch everything in order.
Oh, okay, I got you.
To see how everything, I want to see how the whole storyline went through and everything. Seeing little Easter eggs that they dropped that we didn't notice before and everything. It's like, bro, they are geniuses over there. How they make stuff
at Marvel,
bro, Russo brothers, they geniuses, bro. In their craft, they are geniuses, bro. How they went from Iron Man all the way back 07, 08, I think, to 2018 when Endgame dropped. So that's 10 years, bro. For you to think 10 years through with all the characters, all the storylines, the plots and everything, on how to maneuver through, and the way Endgame ended, bro,
man, it just all comes full circle, man.
Yes, bro. They did that jump
man, Marvel movies. Me and my family big into the Marvel movies. We've seen pretty much all of them, and I got a funny story about that. Just for real quick. At the time I was dating this girl. Me, her, my brother, and a couple of our friends. We all go to see. Was it Endgame? Yeah, it was. We went to see Endgame, and so we pretty far past that now. So you know the part where Captain America has the hammer, right?
Yeah.
Huge movie moment. Anybody that's been following the storyline, watching Marvel movies, huge moment when he has the hammer. People in the movie theater cheering.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So huge moment. But my girlfriend, she doesn't realize how big it is because she doesn't follow the movies like that. She's seen some of them, but only because it's just a hot movie at the time, not really following the movies as they come out like I had been.
Yeah.
So that scene happens where he has the hammer. Mm-hmm. People in the movies going crazy, and I'm right there with her. I'm going crazy too. So she's sitting on my left, and my brother's sitting on my right. Mm-hmm. My brother same as me. My brother has seen the movie already though. This is his second time seeing it, and in the same weekend. So this is the scene for you. She right here, my brother on my right. That scene happens. The hammer comes back to Cap, and we see his Cap holding it. I look at her. I say, "Oh my God, he's not supposed to be able to do that."
Yeah.
She just looked at me freaked out, shocked, she didn't know what was going on. She didn't know why I was freaking out. Nothing. I said, "Oh my God, he ain't supposed to be able to do that." I see the look on her face, and I say, "Oh, you don't know." And I turn and look at my brother and say, "Oh my God." He said, "I know." Man, it was huge, boy. We took it so serious. Oh my goodness. That show y'all big we was into it.
Yes, bro. Even Thor was surprised. He was like, "I knew it." Thor was like, bro, that's his story moment, bro.
It was. And it goes all the way back to that day. They was all trying to pick up the hammer, and the Cap nudged it.
Yep.
And Thor was shocked that he even moved it.
Yep.
And then it goes all the way back around.
Yep.
He actually controlling the hammer.
He was whipping it too. He was a pro, bro. The part that kind of threw me off though was he was getting lightning.
Lightning. I said the same thing.
I was like, hold on, bro.
You got the power. You know, you can pick up the hammer, but you ain't the god of lightning.
That part
You ain't the
kind
god
of
of thunder. I mean,
yeah. But that part kind of like it bothered me a little bit. But I ain't gonna complain, man.
Yeah, I can live with it. Still huge,
Yeah.
still big. Man.
Oh man. All right, let's get some more stuff in there. What other shows and movies you like to get into, man? Like besides anime, like you like any other shows and movies, man? In Marvel.
Shows and movies that I'm getting into. Man, not really. Which is crazy to say. I was big on Power for a long time until they killed my guy. I ain't gonna say it just in case anybody trying to catch up on it or whatever. But my boy died. I stopped watching it after that. And then Power Book 2 is out now. I haven't been watching it. I might start giving that a chance though. But I just was so mad when my guy died, so I was like, okay, I'll put it down. I finished the series out, but I was like, it ain't the same. I might try to get into Power Book 2, just to see how it's unfolding now, because the show was still good. But I definitely want to watch. As far as movie goes, I definitely want to watch Judas and the Black Messiah. I haven't seen it yet. I don't have HBO Prime or whatever it's called, HBO Plus.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna get it up with somebody who got it, and I'm gonna wait till I watch it.
I've been hearing a lot of good stuff. No, I ain't seen it, but I've heard a lot of good stuff about it, man. Like,
yeah.
Only thing I've came close to knowing about it is really the soundtrack, and the people I've seen played up on it has like made me excited to listen to it. Then I kept hearing reviews about it. I'm like, oh snap, bro! Like even from Smino, like Saba, like Nipsey and Jay-Z on the song together. It's like a lot of artists I like is on it. So it's like, dang, bro, like a soundtrack like that. I'm hearing the reviews on it. It's been legendary. So it's like I gotta do my part and go watch it, man. Like,
I have to. I hate that movie theaters aren't open and stuff, man. I miss movies, man. Yeah. I miss going to the movie theater. Like people been saying, movies might die out. People can watch everything at home now. Like, no, bro. I think it's gonna be the opposite. Like if they was like the vaccine and stuff being distributed now, but let's say like by the end of this year, like we really open things up. Like, okay, we good to go back as we were. Movies gonna be packed out, man. I feel like that's gonna be one of the main things people really go back and do in droves. Like,
yes,
because can't nobody afford to be buying all these subscriptions for these streaming services. And ain't no telling what your favorite movie gonna come out on. Like a movie gonna come out in whatever platform offering them the most money. So whether that be Amazon Prime, Amazon Video, whatever it's called, HBO Plus, Disney Plus if it's a Disney movie, Netflix, you just never know what it's gonna come out on. So you can't afford to be paying for all of them. That's why I just cannot wait for movies to open back up so everybody can just show up at the same movie theater, watch it at the same time, and have the same experience. Because some movies ain't even gonna be the same if it ain't in the movie theater. Watching it, the experience of being in the movie theater enhances the movie sometimes. So
it's about the experience, man.
Exactly. I cannot wait for that. I cannot imagine watching the Avengers movies not in the movie theater. I saw all the Avengers movies in movie theaters. So like if the pandemic was going on when Endgame came out, it would not have even been the same.
Nah, I think that's what's hurting a lot of people. It's like not people, but like the Hollywood side of it is just like they're missing that box office, like the marketing for it and everything. Like it doesn't have the same effect. Same thing with music. Like artists don't have that build up as much anymore. They're just dropping stuff, and it's like that experience you get.
Parties, nothing.
Yeah, like the experience you get to like. That's why it's hard for me to like give anybody that I didn't live through credit as being a certain tier for me. Just me personally. Like I can never say Jordan's the GOAT for me because I didn't experience watching him play. And like that experience, like living through that energy and living through that moment is a very powerful thing. Same thing with music. Like Jay-Z can never be the GOAT because when he was in his prime, I wasn't, mentally there to really appreciate what he was doing. And so it's like these movies are missing out on that experience. Like Black Panther, like that whole thing for Black Panther was a very powerful thing for our community.
Right.
And so like imagine Black Panther being dropped right now during COVID. Like that's a tough sell, man. Like
It's not even gonna be the same at all.
it's not. And it's like I
I
think
feel like
that
Judas and the Black Messiah is suffering from that in the same aspect. Like
yeah,
black people probably would have showed up in droves for that movie if movie theaters were open, but it's
yeah,
just not. We're not able to.
yeah. It's a tough thing, man. But, speaking of music, man, what you listening to, bro? What you like to get into?
As of right now, I'm getting into. I think Pooh Shiesty is like the hottest artist right now. You know, hottest new artist. But I've been big into Pooh Shiesty like recently. He just dropped a mixtape. Now, if you haven't listened to Pooh Shiesty, I don't know, you know, what the audience music taste is like. Pooh Shiesty is a rapper, obviously, if you didn't get that from the name. Um, if you want to go listen to his latest mixtape, the song's gonna sound alike. All right, on some like the baby type level. You know how people always say the baby sound the same in every song.
Yeah,
It's gonna be very similar. Like, okay, every song will sound kind of similar. So I suggest not just going to it and being like, okay, starting from song number one and then listening, because you're not gonna know when the songs change. So I suggest you like listen to a couple here and there, be like, oh, if you just go in and give it a chance right now, listen to one or two songs, you be like, oh, this kind of good. Stop
yeah.
right there. Stop. Come back the next day. Be like, okay, let me hear this song. I ain't heard this song yet. You gonna be like, you gonna get the 9 yeah, like, yeah, I like this one too. Just do it that way, okay? don't just get into it. Be like, all right, let me listen to the whole mixtape, because I promise you gonna be like, oh, all these songs the same. So
You gotta do bite size stuff, man.
you gotta do bite size, you know. Ain't nobody eat no whole pizza, but if I offer you a slice, you'll take that joint. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's funny, bro.
So, so yeah, I've been listening to Pooh Shiesty recently. Been listening to some. I've been recently getting into G Herbo, because you know how social media is done. I don't know if you keep up with it, but social media is very, very judgmental of G Herbo. So
Everybody, bro.
yeah, like people hate on this man's music for some reason. I had never listened to it,
Yeah.
right, for a long time. So what his latest album, PTSD, I think was the name of it, I gave it a chance, and I was like, man, this music good. Like, why are people hating on this man so much? I had to give it a chance myself. I just never really gave him a chance. I never talked bad about him, but people was talking bad about him, and I let their opinion judge me. Like, okay, he probably ain't talking about that. So,
Yeah.
but I decided to give him a chance, and I really like his music now. So I call myself a fan at this point.
Mhm.
So a lot of G Herbo. But I'm a Drake and J. Cole kind of guy though. Drake and J. Cole are the guys to me. You know, Drake the GOAT, J. Cole the baby GOAT. That's how I put it. 1A, 1B.
Ain't mad about that.
So yeah, so I'm always gonna be a fan of whatever they put out. They need to go ahead and stop playing and drop their albums too.
Who you telling,
So
bro?
man, I've been waiting on that forever.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna throw you off of this one a little bit, man. You might take a minute. You might think about more by the time we get done. But if you had to pick some artists to make an album of your life, as far as who that artist is and how they write and everything, like they connect to you, who would you pick if you had to pick? No, I'm gonna limit. Who would you pick to write an album about you in your life?
Ooh, as an album for my life. That's a
Yep.
tough one. Never thought about that one before. That's good. Well, as far as relatability,
Yeah.
I gotta go with Cole first. I think J. Cole, not to say I relate to everything J. Cole's music, obviously, because we come from different backgrounds. But the things Cole raps about, I've always been able to like relate myself in some kind of way, even if it wasn't me personally. I know people like what he's talking about.
Yeah.
And so I've always been able to relate that kind of way. I want Drake on it to rap in an emotional way, because you know I want his kind of emotional side of it.
Mhm.
So everything gotta be hard. That's why I hate about people that hate on Drake. I feel like people that hate on Drake want everything rap to be like hardcore
Yeah.
gangster type rap, and that ain't rap all the time. You know what I'm saying? That ain't me all the time.
Yeah.
Like I ain't nobody's gangster. I'm not a killer. I'm not robbing nothing. Sometimes I be sad, you know. And sad rap be working for me. You know what I'm saying? So Drake definitely got to be on there, and then third, I say Chance the Rapper for his Christian aspect, his religious, how he put religion in his music and still be rapping. Chance the Rapper, the first rapper we can honestly say put Christianity in his raps and wasn't considered lame or corny?
Kanye.
And I respect that because his album, his gospel album was hard. I did enjoy that album, but
No,
Chance was doing it.
Even before that, Jesus Walks.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that actually.
Yeah, that was I was younger, so I didn't completely get it. That was pretty controversial, especially music videos and stuff. But that was pretty controversial. But I would say Chance took what Kanye did. Like he took a bite size of what Kanye did. He stretched it out, and he's making albums and a career basically out of that. Right. So I could understand where you would come from with that. So
yeah, and obviously Kanye is one of Chance's inspirations. He talks about Kanye all the time in his music. They both from Chicago and all that.
Yeah.
But as far as I know, like as far as my ears go, Chance is him putting his faith in his religion in his music. That's big with me. That I relate to that, obviously, being a Christian myself. So I think them three are definitely like in the album of my life. Them three definitely gonna carry it. And I want it to be produced by my guy Tavis Moore from DeMarvus, Alabama. He's been producing a lot of big artists coming out of Alabama, like TLE Cinco and Big Yavo. People from Alabama and from Birmingham probably know what I'm talking about. But he's doing big things right now. I want him to produce it. He a big Drake and J. Cole fan too, so that'll be good for him. Yeah. So the album of my life got Drake, J. Cole, Chance the Rapper, produced by Tav. I need all that. I'm gonna send him this clip when we finish. Make sure he know that he got to produce the album of my life.
That's good, man. So, are you a reader, man? You like to read?
Oh, nah. I hate to say that. I wish I liked reading. As a kid, I did read, but like it's just not something that I enjoy doing, you know. And I know it's good for the mind, and reading is fundamental, all that yada yada. But it's just not fun to me. I just can't get into it. I wish I did though.
We're gonna have to talk, bro. We're gonna have to talk, man.
We're gonna have to talk.
Reading, bro, like that's a huge part of my life. I was like you, man. When I was a kid, I loved it. Then I got to the point where it was lame to read, so I was like, yeah, I ain't trying to read like that no more. But then I got a little bit older and I started doing my own thing. It's like I had a big bro put me on certain books and stuff, and it's just like it's a quote that I live by with that. I can't say it right here. Maybe I will. I might get the edited version of it, but it's like it's a quote that I live by that really changed my perspective on life and reading in general. And it's like,
I think you told me this before, actually. I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I might have told you. Yeah. So it's like, after hearing that, I was like, that opened my eyes. I was like, what? Bet.
Say no more.
say nothing else to me, bro. So now from that point on, my brain's been like, all right, books. Like, I gotta have a book on me.
I feel that though. I wish I could. Maybe one day I'll get more into it, but as of right now, it's just not piquing my interest like that. So I don't know.
Man. Got to, man. Like you got to, bro. But we're gonna talk after we get done with this. But anything else you want to say, man?
Nothing much, man. I just personally I want to say I'm proud to be a part of this podcast. I'm happy to be here, especially on your platform. I consider this to be your platform, really. I'm just, coming along for the ride. This is the BeBall Jones podcast with Nelson Haskin, as far as I said. So, you Mike and I'm Pippin, and I'm perfectly happy being in this role. I feel like this is going to be a lot of fun for me just to, get on here and talk my stuff, share what I know about the game to anybody who cares to listen. And hopefully build this platform, build this brand to be even bigger than what it is, and to be something that I want this to be built up into something that people really reference to and listen to on a regular basis. Not just the podcast, but your videos and your expertise, your personal training. I hope it just expands and grows every part of that into a bigger space, into a bigger platform. And so I'm happy to be a part of it, man. I'd be happy to know I was here before it got to be where I see it going. So one day when people be like, you listen to the BeBall Jones podcast, yeah, man, I listen to BeBall Jones every week or anything like that. When that happens, and I'm a part of it, I'll be happy that I was here before it happened. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just happy to be here and help you grow this into what both of us know it can be.
I appreciate that, man. I know God been good to me, man. So I can't take credit for that, bro. But I really appreciate that. Like,
No problem, bro. We family, no problem.
we're just the beginning stages, man. So yeah, the goal is to make it grow, man. Like this is not a typical podcast episode for like, it's just introductory to us and who we are. But goal for this podcast is to really just, like I said before, man, like when I first told you about when we first talked about it, like the goal is to really get to where I'm not one of the people who wants to be the face of certain stuff. Like I just want to be a part of it. You know what I mean? If you write the history of basketball, I want to be one of them players that you can't leave out. Like when it comes to basketball training and like the impact of the game and on my scale of it, I want to be one of the people that you have to put in. Like I want to have a legacy as far as that goes. And I feel like this podcast is a part of it to where our perspective on the game and how we see it and how we're going to deliver it, I want it to be just a little different from what, the normal what we get. Like we get the usual Michael, LeBron, Kobe debates. We get the usual Zion Williamson, every other day type of stuff. That's cool. Like you do need to talk about your best players and market them and stuff, but it's like it's a lot more to the game than just that. Like, and the goal is to really add something different to the big jambalaya of basketball podcasts and basketball information entertainment. So that's the goal with this, man. Just to add something different to what's already on the table and to add something to like the young hoopers growing up, man. Just give them something else to where they can use as a resource and grow to, man. So I really appreciate you jumping along. I know I couldn't do it without you, man.
Yeah, man. Hey, you can get anybody to come up here and talk their stuff, man. I'm glad you let me do it. I'm glad you let me be the one. I want to be the Stephen A. So you did. I'm just happy to be part of, like you said, man. I think we're gonna do big things. So
yeah. So you got any words of wisdom, anything you want to leave off for players and stuff? Hopefully I have my players listening to this, man. So you got any wisdom you want to drop them off with?
Wisdom. Number one advice I give to every basketball player, or especially young basketball players that I talk to, number one advice I always give them, be good at what your team needs you to be good at, not just what you think you ought to be good at. And so what I mean by that is we all think we need to be good at dribbling. We all think we need to have a good shot, be able to shoot threes. We all think we need to be able to really, we as basketball players, we think we need to be good at everything to a certain extent. And there's nothing wrong with working on everything. Things that you are weak, that are your weaknesses in your game. Of course, you should work on that. I'm not telling you not to, but always remember what your coaches and what your team needs you to be good at. What is your role? What do they ask you to do every game? Be great at that. If you great at what they ask you to do, they can't take you out the game, really. If we ask you to, like my coach asked me to block shots, give rebounds. And so that's what I do. And a quick story before we go, just to exemplify my point. My coach at Belleville, Coach Suits, after my freshman year, I averaged like 11.7 rebounds, 3 blocks, lead the conference in blocks. I'm thinking I had a great freshman year, which I did statistically. I did my thing. We didn't do very well as a team. We didn't make the playoffs, but personally, I'm thinking, I did good. I'm gonna improve, things like that. My coach, Coach Suits, tells me, "You had a great year, Nelson." He called me Nelly. You had a great year, Nelly. You did big things, leading the conference in blocks. That's great, but trust me, if you were to lower your blocks a little bit, not necessarily block less shots, but if you were to not focus so much on blocks and up your rebounds more and get closer to about 10 rebounds a game, you'll get more offers and you'll be a little better off than if you were with the rebounds you're getting at 7, because I was averaging 7. If with the rebounds you're getting now and the blocks you're getting now, if your blocks were to go down a little bit and your rebounds were to go up a little bit, you'll be a lot better off and have a lot more interest from colleges, probably, and that'll turn into more offers. He told me that the summer between my freshman and sophomore years. My sophomore year, I averaged 14 points, 10 rebounds. And my blocks, it went down exactly 1 block less than the previous year. I was averaging 3.3, and then midway through the season, I was averaging 2.5. And by the time the season was over, I was still averaging 10 rebounds and 3 blocks, which is why I wasn't first in the conference anymore. I was down to being second, but I was first in rebounds. And that parlayed into more offers. Then obviously I had a little bit of interest as a freshman, but I'm like the numbers I put up my sophomore year would definitely turn into better offers and more looks than what would have been my freshman year. So so I say that to say, be great at what your team needs you to be great at. We needed more rebounds. I said, bet, coach, I got you. I didn't say, man, coach, I'm trying to lead the conference in blocks. I ain't say that. It's like, oh, okay, coach, if you think that's what we need, do you think that'll help me get better or help me get better scholarships? I got you. Did it just like that. He ain't had to ask twice. So that double a night got me here. And one day I hope I can average a double a night here, but not this year. Not the first year. But I got 2 more, luckily. So just be great at what your team needs you to be great at, not what you personally think you need to be good at. You work on that on your own time, but be good at what your team wants you to be good at.
I like that, man. I like that. So it's a perfect way to close it out. It's episode number 1, man. Like you said, it's beginning. Like,
yes, sir.
This is a big, long introduction of my boy Nelson. So I got to learn a lot about him. Hopefully you guys know who my guy is and why I got him a part of this podcast and part of this brand and everything. Like, I'm very specific about who I partner with, especially something like this. Like, I got to deal with you like a lot. So it's like
a lot now. You stuck with me, boy.
I gotta like you, you know what I mean? And like, I have to respect your basketball side of you too for me to be doing this with you. So my side of people that didn't know you hopefully got a good introduction and see where we're going with the journey, man. So that's it, man. Wrapping up episode number 1 BeBall Jones podcast, partnered with Nelson Haskin, Nelly, my boy.
Yes, sir.
So that's it, man. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Tune in to us next week. We got some more stuff coming out for you. And come back, man. Make sure you subscribe to us, whatever platform you're on, subscribe to us, like it, share us on your social media, like comment below, let us know what you like, what you don't like. Comment your favorite anime. Tell us if you hate anime. Like, it's not gonna bother me. I would love to you say like it was good till you got to the anime part. Like, it's perfectly fine. Tell us your favorite anime, who you want to write your album. Like, comment below on that. So just let us know, man. Show us some love, what you like, don't like, whatever, man. We just appreciate you listening all the way through at this point. But if you didn't like this, man, I promise it's not gonna be like this every episode, man. Like,
right. We'll eventually talk about basketball.
But I enjoyed it, man. It's good. So that's it, man. Appreciate you. And come back to us next week.
We out.